Hello everyone, it is Maggie calling from Albuquerque, New Mexico. How cool is this? How hot is this? Oh my God. So, what we're going to work on tonight is cravings. We're going to take it a little bit further into what Trish talked to you about last week, and we're going to look at the specific foods that you mentioned, yes, in the session with her the other day. So, we'll be looking at cravings for almonds, fruit, chocolate, ice creams. These were the major ones that came forward. Chips and burgers, starchy things in general, and I'll do carbohydrates and sweets in general as well, and we'll work on that. So I want everyone to take in a deep breath and just begin rubbing on the sore spot. And as you rub there, I just want you to simply say, even though I do crave these things sometimes, I'm learning how to love and accept myself. So just rubbing on that spot, even though I do crave these things sometimes, I'm learning how to love and accept myself. Even though I do crave these things sometimes, I'm learning how to love and accept myself. And then once again, just tapping or rubbing on the inside of the eye there as you say, even though I sometimes crave. And then on the outside of the eye, even though I sometimes crave unhealthy foods. Underneath the eye, even though I sometimes crave unhealthy foods. Under the nose, even though I sometimes crave too much of healthy foods. That's it. In the crease of the chin, even though I sometimes crave too much of healthy foods. That's it. On the chest, even though I'm sometimes confused about how much to eat. Just on that point, just rubbing or tapping there, that's great. And then on the thumb point, so just on the outside of the thumb by the nail, just there, we're just rubbing or tapping on that point or rubbing on the fingertip or the thumb tip itself on both sides. That will do the same thing as long as you're getting that meridian on the side of the thumb. So just on that point, even though I sometimes crave too much of food. On the index finger, even though sometimes the cravings get the better of me. On the middle finger, even though sometimes I resist doing the tapping to stop the craving. That's it. On the ring finger, even though sometimes I resist doing the tapping, enough is enough. On the little finger, even though sometimes I do have these unhealthy cravings. That's it. And then on the karate chop point, just below that last knuckle there, just rubbing or tapping on that point as you say, enough is enough. That's it. The past is the past. I move on. I move forward. I am stronger every day. I give myself permission to let these cravings go. I let these cravings go. And then just tapping on the inside of the eye, enough is enough. On the outside, enough is enough. Underneath, I switch off the cravings. Under the nose, switching them off now. Crease of the chin. Imagine that food. I want you to imagine that food in your mind as you tap on the crease of the chin. Whatever that food is, pick one for now, whether it's, the healthier, too much of the healthier things, or whether it's too much sweet or carbohydrate or starch. Just think about one of those foods now as you tap here. Even though I do crave this, it's time to switch it off. I switch off the craving on the chest, that's it. On the thumb point, I switch it off. On the index point, I switch it off. On the middle point, switching it off now. That's it. On the ring point, I switch it off now. On the little finger, I switch it off. And then on the karate chop, enough is enough. I'm back in control. I don't need that excess anymore. I don't need that craving anymore. And I don't need that food anymore. Enough is enough. Smaller portions, healthy options. I let the addiction go. I let the craving go. I let the need for that food go. Enough is enough. Smaller portions, healthy options. I'm in control. Just 3 deep breaths for me as you breathe in and out. That's it. And again, I let it go. And one more time, I let it go. That's it. And just assess how you're feeling. Just notice what you notice. If you try and get an image of that food or that particular issue in your mind, and just notice whether the sensations are strong or whether the image is harder to find. If it's strong, repeat that process and do it again 2 or 3 times until you can actually get it to the point where you know the image is no longer strong and clear in your mind. It's a little bit fuzzy in your mind, or you just can't find the image at all. And we'll do another one as well.